by transcription.
Quiet, please. We're rolling. Speed. Camera. Action. It's Make-Believe Town, Hollywood. Welcome to Make-Believe Town, Hollywood, and another romantic story of the people to whom all the world's but a silver screen. Here to introduce Act One of today's story is one of Movieland's loveliest, most talented stars, Virginia Bruce.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for being with us again in Make-Believe Town. Well, today marks the beginning of the second week of this new dramatic series, and I think I can promise you some unusual and exciting stories during the coming days. Stories about the people to whom, as Johnny Jacobs, our announcer, puts it, all the world is a silver screen. With apologies to Shakespeare, I think that pretty well explains the kind of stories we dramatize on this program. Like the one about Evelyn Dennis. That's not her real name, but you know her well through having seen her so often in pictures. Her private life, her struggles, her career have been written up in every movie magazine. In fact, there isn't very much about Evelyn Dennis that everyone doesn't know. Except possibly something that happened a long time ago. 10 years ago, before she became a famous star. It seemed a little thing at the time, one of those silly dates that young people sometimes make far in the future. But as it happened, that date turned out to be a very important appointment. The scene is a Hollywood soundstage. It's the end of the day's shooting. Just one more scene and the lights will dim. The cameras will stop rolling until tomorrow. But right now, Richard Evans, the director, is shooting that last scene with Evelyn Dennis, the star.
This is scene 390. Take 4.
Don't be a fool. I'm sick of being a cop's wife. I'm sick of scraping and bargaining and doing without. I'm sick of waiting night after night for you to come home, praying that you haven't stopped a bullet or got your throat slit in an alley. I'm sick of it, Ray.
Good. Win it. Oh, that was a good shot, Evelyn.
Thanks, Richard. We're not working anymore tonight, are we? I've got an appointment at 7.
No, I think that last take did it. Evelyn, are you in a great rush? I did want to speak to you for a minute.
Oh, I think I can spare a minute. Come into my dressing room. I've got to take my makeup off, and you can talk to me while I'm doing it. Now, what's on your mind?
How would you like to play the lead in Dark Alibi? The studio's assigned it to me, and I'd like to suggest you for the part.
Oh. That's very kind of you, Richard.
Well, I think you're a darn good actress, Evelyn.
Actress? I've been in Hollywood for 6 years, and I've played the same part in every picture. The wistful kid who gets involved in a murder. I need a change of pace. I'm tight. I want to play comedy. I want to play vital, lasty women.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like Catherine in The Taming of the Shrew, for example.
Oh, you heard about that?
Yeah, I met Sam McGrath in the commissary yesterday. Evelyn, you'd be crazy to do it. The public wouldn't accept you in comedy or in Shakespeare. The combination of both might kill you at the box office.
It might. But on the other hand, it might make me.
Look, is it worth the gamble, Evelyn? Now, you've worked hard. You've built yourself a career, but you know the situation in Hollywood now. Nobody's throwing money around. All you need is one real flop, and they'll all be too scared to take another chance on you. You'll be finished.
That's true. Oh, Richard, I wish you hadn't spoken to me about this tonight. I'm supposed to see Sam McGrath for lunch tomorrow. We're going to talk over the script. And I don't know what to do.
Well, why don't you call him right now and tell him it's off? Do Dark Alibi with me, Evelyn. It's a sure thing.
No, I want to think it over. Besides, I haven't time. I've got a date at 7.
Oh? Someone special?
Someone very special. The main reason I have worked so hard, Richard. Everything worthwhile I've ever done has been for him. For our appointment tonight. So I could say, see, I haven't forgotten. I promised I'd come back, and I did.
Well, he'll be very proud when he meets you.
No, he won't meet me. He won't be there, Richard.
Won't be there? I don't understand. Why not, Evelyn?
Would you remember a date you made with a little girl 10 years ago? figured you did tell my secretary to bring the car around to the side entrance, didn't you?
Relax, Evelyn. Wear yourself out. Yeah, there's your car.
Well, where's Miss Robinson?
She's around the other side, looking under the hood. Is there something wrong with the car, Miss Robinson?
Nothing, except that it won't start, Mr. Evans.
But I've got an appointment I must keep.
I'm afraid you're going to have to take a cab, Miss Dennis.
Oh, I certainly can't wait around till the car's fixed. Oh, there's a taxi at the end of the alley. Taxi? Taxi!
Now, don't worry about the car, Miss Dennis. I'll get it towed home.
Evelyn, you'll be all right, won't you? You don't need an escort.
No, I've got to go alone, Richard. Thanks.
Well, okay, Evelyn. Say, look, I'll go to your house with Miss Robinson and stick around till you come back. Good luck, kid.
Thanks, Richard. All right, driver.
Where to, miss?
I want to go out to Venice. There's an amusement park facing the ocean.
That park's been closed up for years, miss.
Yes, I know. But there's a cottage across the street from the Ferris wheel.
That section's kind of run down. You sure you want to go there?
Yes, must I explain it to you, too? I've got an appointment.
An appointment? Why kid yourself? You were just being nice to you then. Because you were 14 and scrawny and always alone. Because you were Eva Deutsch and your mother ran a Venice butcher shop 10 years ago. 10 years.
Hello, Ma. Hello, Charlotte. Hello, Anita.
I'll put these rib chops on the bill. Anita?
Hi, Eva. Hi. You want me to make any deliveries, Mama?
Then I finish with my customers. Have patience, please. Here's your change for the chopped meat, Charlotte.
Thanks, Mrs. Deutsch. Come on, Anita.
Tell me, you 3 girls are in the same class, no?
That's right, Mrs. Deutsch.
Giovanni, you don't see more of each other.
Well, you see, we live a few blocks away, and, it makes a difference.
And Eva's got your cottage to take care of. She doesn't have much time for us.
But in a month it'll be vacation. Do me a favor. Come over and take her nose out of her book once in a while, huh?
Mama, please, the girls are right. I don't have much time. Well, goodbye.
Bye, Mrs. Deutsch. See you in school tomorrow, Eva.
Goodbye, girls. Come again.
Mama, what's the matter with you?
Well, what was I doing now?
Oh, trying to force me on those girls. Can't you see they just don't like me?
Well, maybe if you tried acting nicer to them, they would act nicer to you.
Oh, they don't have a brain in their heads. All they think about is boys.
All you think about is books. One extreme's as bad as the other.
They're not just any books, Ma. They're plays. Shakespeare and Eugene O'Neill. If I'm going to be an actress, I've got to study them, don't I?
Your eyes are bad now.
Oh, Mama. If you'll give me the deliveries, I may be able to get in a swim before dark.
And this going to the beach so late. 3 o'clock in the afternoon is the time for that, not 6.
Oh, Ma, this is the only time I like the beach. At sundown when it's empty. And when the gulls come back and the water gets purple and the sun looks like a torch.
My daughter's a poet.
No, please, give me the deliveries. And if you want me, I'll be at the beach. Oh, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Why, then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier? Here?
Well. Lady Macbeth in the middle of the Pacific. As I live and breathe.
This isn't the middle of the Pacific. It's the edge.
I stand corrected. And besides, you're right. I should have minded my own business.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't go away. I ought to be used to it.
Huh? To what?
Being laughed at.
Oh? Now, look. Mind if I float alongside you?
No, of course not. Oh, isn't it queer how the sea and the gulls and the bellboys sound like silence?
Is that why you always swim here alone? Without your friends? Because they'd disturb the silence?
Well, no. I don't have any friends.
Oh, I see.
All the kids my age are babies. Or else they're boy crazy. They never read anything that's not required at school.
I bet you read a lot.
Yes, I do. I have to wear glasses.
You bring home good report cards all the time.
Oh, sure.
And the boys don't like you terribly.
No. Not that I care. I don't have time for them anyway.
Oh, of course you don't. Hey, look, youngster. If you ever find that just by chance you have got a few extra minutes, come and talk to me, huh? I'll either be here or in that first cottage there off the beach. You see, I get lonely too sometimes.
Hello?
Well, hello there. Come on in.
I stepped on a nail in the sand and figured maybe you had some iodine I could put on it.
Oh, sure. Of course, for a moment, I flattered myself that you wanted to talk to me.
Well, I did. But I wasn't sure you'd care to waste your time with a child.
Now, hold still. I told you I'd be glad to see you, didn't I?
Yes. Maybe you were just being kind.
Now, what makes you think that?
Well, nobody's ever really wanted me around before.
I see.
And I thought if I hurt my foot somehow, I'd have a real excuse to stop in. And if you didn't want me here, I'd feel it and go away.
So you waited till you hurt your foot?
No, I didn't wait. You know, you'd be surprised how hard it is to step on even a little nail deliberately.
What? Are you crazy kid?
It was worse. Now I'm sure you like me. I can't understand why. But I guess you don't question miracles.
Look, funny face. I like you because... I don't know exactly. Maybe because I was so much like you when I was a kid. Lonely and defiant and living within myself. Maybe I want to get you out of it before it hurts you too much.
You mean people didn't care for you either?
I thought they didn't. I never went halfway to find out.
But how could they help it? You're so nice, and you've got such long eyelashes. I don't have anything to recommend me.
No, nothing but a good brain and a cute little pixie face.
But I wear glasses.
You weren't so conscious of them. No one else would be.
You think not?
Look, try forgetting you've got them on and see. Oh, you've got lots of assets, youngster. Wait till you grow up. You'll knock the boys silly.
Oh, you're not just kidding me, are you?
No, I mean every word of it.
Maybe I'll even get to be an actress. Did you ever want to do something very, very much that nobody believed you could do?
I guess I'm still going through that stage. See this book?
The Mechanics of Flight.
Learning all I can about aviation. I got a friend at the Burbank Airport. I get down there about twice a week and watch him take those ships apart. Someday I'll get into one of those babies and play tag with the seagulls right over your head, funny face.
You're going to be a pilot?
I want to be one.
But your family doesn't believe in you, huh?
I guess that's about it.
Oh, never mind. Someday you're going to be a great flyer, and I'll be a great actress.
And we'll come back here 10 years from today and see how each other's doing.
Why, that's a wonderful idea.
What?
Why not? It'll give us both more incentive to work, because we'll have had to accomplish something by a definite date. Don't you see? Oh, please, let's make a pact. No matter what happens, we'll meet here June 1st, 1949.
Well, all right. Will pencil do? Let's see. I, Lee Lawrence, promise to meet... I don't know your name.
Eva Deutsch.
You, Eva... how do you spell it?
Deutsch.
S-C-H at 5 South Venice Boulevard on June 1st, 1949 at 7 p.m. Okay, now you sign it and it's a deal. Shall I make a copy for you?
I don't need it. I couldn't forget it.
A lot can happen in 10 years, Eva.
Doesn't matter. I'll be back. I promise.
We'll return to Make Believe Town Hollywood and Virginia Bruce in just a moment.
Who has been responsible for her success?
Turn down this street, Robert. I'd like to go along Venice Boulevard.
It's smoother down Washington, miss.
Yes, I know, but I want to see if the trolley cars are still rattly and old-fashioned.
There hasn't been a change in them since 1887, miss.
I haven't been back in years. Everything looks smaller,
That's just because you grew up.
I suppose. There's my old school.
I wonder if Miss Mason is still there. Good old Miss Mason. I went to see her the very next day after Lee and I made our pact.
Yes, Eva. What did you want to see me about?
Well, Miss Mason, I know all the big parts for the class play have been filled, but, if you've got any little ones, I'm available.
You like acting, Eva?
Oh, yes.
Oh, but you've never joined the Dramatic Society.
Well, I went down there in my freshman year. They couldn't find any role they thought would fit me.
Oh, so you never went back?
No, ma'am. I figured maybe they just didn't want me.
Oh, Eva, you are a foolish little girl. Even if that were so, why let it stop you?
What could I have done?
Tried out in every single production until they got so tired of seeing you, they gave you a role. You need more than talent in this world, you know. You've got to have lots of strength to plug. Well, now, let me see, Eva. Suppose you do Eleanora's sister.
Oh, thanks, Miss Mason.
Oh, and Eva, you might understudy Eleanora, too. Maybe something will happen to keep Doris Warner from playing the lead. One never knows, does one?
Oh, hello, funny face. You been waiting long?
No, about 5 minutes.
Well, I've got the tickets, so come along.
Eva! Oh, Eva!
You know those two girls, funny face? They're calling you, I think.
We want to speak to you, Eva. They're in my class. I told you that. Now, why are they so friendly all of a sudden? Why didn't you mention you were coming here tonight, Eva? Yes, we're awfully pleased to see you. Charlotte Adams, Anita Wagner. This is a friend of mine, Lee Lawrence.
How do you do, ladies?
Hello. Hello, Lee. Why don't you two join us and make a foursome?
Well, of course, that's up to Eva.
He's so gallant. Oh, I'm sure Eva wouldn't mind. We've always been such chums. We have? Well, we've tried to be, but you're so busy all the time. And now I can understand why. Oh, say, the crowd's giving a beach party next Thursday, Eva. Would you both like to come? The crowd? Me?
Why, we'd love to.
Oh, it's wonderful of you to accept me.
Of course, I may not be able to get away from my stocks and bonds, but I can assure you Eva will be there. And now may I treat all you lovely women to a rousing ride on the carousel.
Lee! Oh, gosh, I looked all over the beach for you.
It was so cold and cloudy, I didn't think you'd be down there. What's biting you, funny face?
You'll never guess. You'll never guess. Doris Warner's parents have to go to Connecticut, and there's nowhere to look after Doris. So they asked Miss Mason if they could take her out of school a week ahead of time, and she said yes.
Which makes you?
Which makes me Eleanora, the lead in the play.
Well.
Charlotte and Anita were almost as excited as I am. They're going to tell the whole crowd about it. Our whole crowd, they said, meaning with me included. They wanted me to come along, but I told them I had a date with you. It wasn't really a lie, was it?
Why, of course not. After all, you are my steady girl, aren't you?
Oh.
Hey, are you blushing?
Well, you've never put your arm around me before.
Why, Eva, I didn't know you cared.
Please don't laugh at me.
Oh, I'm sorry, youngster. It's just, well, that's what you are to me, you know, a youngster.
I won't be 14 all my life.
And I won't be 23.
Please. I know it's a big difference now, but remember that pact we made? In 10 years, I'll be a grown-up woman, and you won't even be in the prime of life yet.
And if you don't stop twisting that button on my jacket, it's going to come off.
Please don't interrupt. I'll never get upset if I don't say it now. I love you. I'll never love anyone like I love you. Wait for me to grow up. Please, Lee. 10 years isn't so long.
And I'll try awfully hard to become pretty for you. You wouldn't regret waiting. I promise you. Oh, please, Lee. Please.
Well, here we are, lady. Venice.
Oh, thank you, driver.
Doesn't look as if anyone's around.
He might be in the cottage. You don't see the window from here. The hedges are too high. It's funny, that's the only change. Hedges are thicker. I wonder if he's in there.
Why don't you just go in and get it over with?
I look all right, don't I?
You look beautiful. Want me to go with you?
No. I'll go by myself.
Lee, please. I've waited so long to show you what you did for me. To thank you. Please, be here.
Lee. Lee.
Maybe he's just late.
No. No, he forgot. I knew he'd forget.
You want me to take you home now?
Yes, I do. I live at 10 Stone Canyon Drive in Bel Air.
Well, how could you expect anything else? Don't take it so hard, you fool. You were a nice kid to have met so. Remember the last day of school? Remember what happened after the class played? You still never let yourself think of it, do you?
Was I really good, Lee?
Bernhardt would have paled by comparison.
Miss Mason looked kind of funny afterwards, didn't she? I mean,
Eva?
But she was very happy.
The light's on in my cottage. Wonder who's there.
Oh, hey, wait for me, Lee.
Anna May.
Hello, Lee. Did you miss me?
Oh, honey.
I wasn't ever going to come back to you, honest. You and your notions of flying. But the doc says sea air is good for babies.
Anna May. Oh, honey, I want you to meet my best little girlfriend. Eva, this is my wife.
How'd you do?
Oh, no. Oh, no. You never told me. And you promised you'd wait. We had a pact. You didn't mean to come back at all, did you?
Yes, I did, Eva. I still do. But I know you'll be over me by then, and my being married won't matter.
Don't touch me. Let me alone.
Eva. Eva. We're nearly to your home, miss. You better fix your face.
My face? Oh. I didn't realize that I was crying.
Guy that would stand you up, he's not worth crying about.
He didn't stand me up. He forgot.
Maybe he didn't forget either. Maybe he just didn't want you to see what became of him.
No, he wouldn't have changed.
You can't tell. Sometimes a guy starts out with big ideals. He wants to do something he knows he can do, then maybe he gets scared to take the chance, so he takes the sure thing instead, and for the rest of his life he feels cheated. And he did it. He can't blame anyone else. He couldn't come back if he was a failure. Not with you, a famous movie star.
But he wouldn't know that.
Maybe he saw your pictures. Maybe he recognized you. Kid doesn't change so much in 10 years.
How did you know it was 10 years? How did you know it was 10 years?
Look, there's your house.
How did you know?
That's where you wanted to go, isn't it? Why don't you get out?
Look at me. Don't turn your head like that. Now look at me.
Will you quit holding on to my door? I got to pick up another fare. I got a wife and 2 kids to support. I got no time to waste standing here. Oh, please. Please go away.
Oh. I haven't paid you.
Forget it. You don't owe me anything. Just go away.
I owe you a lot. And I won't forget it. Never. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Funny face. Evelyn.
Yes?
Oh, Evelyn, you are all right, aren't you? Your secretary just told me the truth. That cabbie cajoled her into saying your car was out of order. He told Miss Robinson that he simply wanted to drive you around, that he was a fan of yours.
A fan of mine.
Well, I was afraid something might have happened to you.
Something did happen to me. Richard, I've made up my mind. I'm doing The Taming of the Shrew.
Oh, it'll be a mistake, Evelyn.
No, it won't. Because I'm going to be good. They're going to like me. I know it.
What's come over you? You weren't so positive an hour ago. You were ready to forget the whole thing when you stepped into that cab.
That was before I talked to him. He's right, Richard. I would feel cheated if I didn't take the chance.
He? The cab driver? Oh, no. No, of course not. Your guy. He met you.
Yes. Yes, he met me.
Tell me, has he changed much?
He's tired now. And his dreams are all gone. But he had the compassion to remember. And the courage to return. No, Richard, he hasn't changed. He hasn't changed.
Well, that's the story of an appointment and how it affected Evelyn's life. I'm looking forward to seeing her in Shakespeare, and I have a hunch that she'll be very, very good. Our story tomorrow is a boy meets girl story, but it's quite different from the usual thing. Generally, in Hollywood at least, when boy meets girl wants to become a picture star, and boy either helps her in her career or marries her and prevents it. But in tomorrow's story, it's the girl who helps the boy in his picture career, and strangely enough, the boy doesn't want a picture career. He has very little to say about it, though, because the girl happens to be his wife. I hope you'll be listening tomorrow at the same time to Halloran is Home, another dramatic story about our town and the people who work in pictures. Until then, this is Virginia Bruce reminding you that there are as many exciting stories behind the scene as those that find their way to the screen in Make-Believe Town, Hollywood, the glamour capital of the world.
Today's story featured Lorene Tuttle as Evelyn and Howard Culver as Lee. Music was by Ivan Ditmars. The script by Betty Julius was produced and directed by Ralph Rose. This is John Jacobs speaking and inviting you to be with us again tomorrow at the same time when Virginia Bruce will return to introduce another story from Make-Believe Town, Hollywood.